this is Monster Hunter 3, or Try, depending on which one you want to read. And I apologize in advance about any video quality issues, but I have to use a TV for this just with how the Wii's cables are built. So, again, I apologize if you can't see anything in particular, but at this point there isn't too much I can do about it. Now, there's many save files that you can have. Each save file holds about 3 different characters. And as you can see, this one I have 2 different people made up, just for the sake of, in case I want to do something else. We're going to show you what's going on with the main character though, because he's got the more options readily available to him for me to show you. There is an online mode to this, and it's free online to play, so that is very exciting for me, because as soon as I get any friends that get this game, I'll probably be using that non-stop. Now, Monster Hunter itself can be a difficult game. It's just to understand it sometimes, it's kind of tricky. It really does like to just throw you into things. But that's alright though. It might be difficult, but at the same time it's easy to get a hang of what you're supposed to be doing. And ideally it's really just like a hunting simulator, set in a world with, you know, giant dragon looking creatures and velociraptors. Yeah. It's crazy like that. There's load times. They're nothing too horrible. You can do all kinds of fun stuff. This weapon right here is called the switch axe. And you'll see it looks like a giant axe right now. After you kill things, you carve them to get parts. You use these parts to upgrade your gear later on. The thing about the switch axe, it looks like an axe. You hit what would normally be the block button, and then you have a sword. And the thing with a sword is every time you swing it, it'll actually take energy from this thing called the fail. And when that runs out, then you're back into your normal axe mode while it recharges. As you can see, it can be tricky to aim sometimes. Not really so much because the camera is an issue, but just creatures are constantly moving around, so you kind of have to think ahead a little bit most of the time. Of course, not all things that you need to upgrade your gear comes from animals, so there's things involved like mining, as you see right here. It's as simple as buying a pickaxe and then going to do it. There's also herbs, as seen right here, and you can farm bugs like that one flying around right back there. So there's many different little facets to what you're gathering, collecting, and carving off of things. And this right here is technically called free hunt mode, if I recall correctly. And what it does is it just lets you run around the woods with no timer whatsoever. So you can just go and hunt. Great way of making parts without having to worry about running out of time and the likes. As you can see, this big guy's coming after me. And then you'll see how I switch back to the axe automatically. That's one of the strong points of the switch axe, is when it's in the sword mode you can do this large elemental attack. It's all fine and good, but I don't really have any elemental stat right now, so it doesn't make too big of a difference besides looking very showy and doing some good damage. Now, outside of free hunt, and I'm just going to roast up some raw meat here. Outside of free hunt, there's also the actual quests, which involve either going out and killing X number of creatures, delivering Y part in X quantity. Most involve a surcharge to take, and then of course you earn money after you finish it successfully. As you see, you get raw meat from some guys and you can cook it. What that does is it lets you eat it, and that bar up on top, you'll see you get bigger, that's your stamina bar. When you do runs, rolls, numerous things. Oh, look what we have here. This right here is actually a Great Jaggi, which is one of the velociraptor looking dinosaurs in the game. And the big one actually likes to command around the little ones. You see now I'm dealing with a bunch of them as opposed to just one. Kind of unexpected on my end, but now, the controller schemes are something I should mention, because although you can't see my controller right now, it changes up. The game is kind of designed for a normal classic controller, although it can be played with the Wiimote just fine. That's what I'm actually doing, it's just the Wiimote. And with how the Wiimote works, you change your gesture, and that'll change what you're actually going to do. So if you're holding the controller to the left, it'll do one thing. If you're holding it to the right, it might do another thing. As you can see, the Great Jaggi's running away. He's kind of a coward like that. I'm going to heal up, and I'm going to go after him. Because as a matter of fact, part of the armor I'm trying to make comes from him. If we're lucky, I'll kill him before my batteries run out on my recorder. There he is. You can see now he's got plenty of friends to help him out. So we're going to try to level the playing field a bit and get rid of some of these guys. Come on then, big guy. Have at me. And that right there would be the elemental overload that you can do with the switchblade as opposed to the switch axe. Alright, Great Jaggi is down. And of course, you go and carve it before it disappears, because unfortunately the bodies will not stay there forever, and that's the only real huge complaint that I have about this. Because you really do wish that they would stay. Because otherwise you get attacked by the little ones in the middle of trying to get parts from the other ones, and it can be a bit of a pain. But if you're like me, you just try to carve it before you get hit, and then you get revenge afterwards by beating the crap out of the little guys. And this, in essence, is Monster Hunter. You kill the monsters so that you can get equipment, parts, bones, scales, fangs, and then you use these bones, scales, and fangs to further upgrade and change your armor and gear. Every piece of armor has its own distinct look, so as you upgrade your gear, your character looks different, and eventually, hopefully, I'll get a chance to do online play. There's numerous different sets of weapons, including smaller swords, bow guns, which are the long-range equivalent to fight numerous different types of shells, lances. Each sword weapon has its own little benefits.